Hey, welcome back, everybody. Ah, this clutter thing is overwhelming me. Decluttering thing. And I am like just gonna get real about after I have been helping my mom declutter things. I got home last night. I'm like, I'm just gonna throw everything we have. I'm just gonna throw everything we have. And my husband, Doug, who you might know as Dougo, he's probably gonna have to just like bolt everything down because I'm like, all of this stuff is so stressful. Our stuff is so stressful, especially the stuff that is not a need for day-to-day living. It's just stuff. And it's not just stressful to the person that owns it, but it's stressful to the people who have to help clean up. So I'm trying to come up with some good solutions and like, okay, we don't do this very well as a society, which I've said before. We have to do this better. So how is it that we're going to do this? And so there were some conversations, some honest conversations that were had. And one is, okay, we have to make sure we get everything into a category. Is this a need? Do you have everything you need where you're living currently? We're cleaning out a home that's been lived in for 20 years and moving into a small 2-bedroom apartment. And if you have everything you need, then everything else that's left has to be dealt with, has to be taken somewhere, has to be discarded, donated, or sold. And so these are the categories that we are sorting into. It's just that not everybody always agrees on what category it goes into. So we basically just packed up and sorted and stacked and until we get somebody to haul things or get a dumpster or we take it to secondhand stores. So that's where we're at. That's where we're at. And I'm here to encourage you, but I also want to get real with you that I have gone through a major decluttering of my home back in 2017. And now it's almost 6 years later, and things have accumulated, and it's getting to be a lot. But I started to think and to see what the emotions, the real stuff that's going on in the person that owns the items, and the changes that are happening, not just about the belongings, but about life circumstances are completely different. Mom is aging, her husband's aging, and it's just too big of a place to take care of. That's the truth. Sometimes the truth is hard to chew. It's hard to chew. And I talked to them about grief and about how you're going through a real process of grief here, of youth, of being as mobile as you used to be, being able to take as care of a yard, a home. And grief can carry a lot of different things, and a lot of different things. I mean, you're sad, you're depressed, you're angry, you're ignoring, or you're avoiding. So there's depression and sadness attached. And it's not just about the things that you can touch and see and feel, but it's in the heart. It's a change, and it's a hard change. It's a hard reality. That we have to get real. We just have to get real, and we have to get honest, and we have to be willing. We have to be willing to go, okay, this is the new stage in my life. I am not getting younger. I'm not, things are different. And it's an acceptance. It's a admitting, it's a being willing, it's acceptance. There's all kinds of categories that this can all go into. So anyway, quick word about filming in my vehicle is because this morning I'm like, I want to do a video, but I don't want everyone to listen to me talking, so I came out of the car to do it. And last time I did a video, it's so interesting, the comments that happen in the video. Is like, I had a clock in the background of one of them, and I took the battery out because it click, click, click. And when I'm talking about clutter, then there were some comments about, well, why are you keeping a clock that doesn't work? Well, the clock works. The clock works. The coffee mug works. My plants are real. I do not have artificial plants. Maybe I have two, just because there isn't enough light in a certain area, and I love plants because they bring me joy. It's so interesting. So I don't know what people are going to say about me having a declutter video in my Durango, but here we are having coffee and talking about clutter. People are interesting. Anyway, one of the videos that I did earlier, I was talking about my plants, and I could see that my body language got a little bit uncomfortable because I do have a lot of plants, and they could get put in the category of clutter. I bring in plants from outside because it's winter here. I think it's like -15 this morning, and people could put that into the clutter. So it was almost like I could see in my spirit by watching a video of myself, perhaps I need to get real about the plants. Make sure that they are healthy, good. I have attachments to some because they were from funerals of people I love, or it was a gift from somebody, and it's very interesting. So even just a small category of household plants can be something that needs to be talked about. But moving forward, I'm going to start just taking you through some processes of actually how to physically declutter, and just take you through the steps and the emotions of it, and each item that you touch and the emotions that go through it, through your mind, so that I would say in my generation, I would like to see our generation do a better job at this, and then learn how we can help our parents, our friends, the elderly people that are older than us, and to get this process going. But first of all, we have to take responsibility for our own items. And remember that the items aren't what have the memory. They aren't the things that bring us the legacy. They are temporal. The item isn't the memory. It might spur on the memory. So maybe we just need to take some photos of the things so that we don't feel like we're going to lose memory, and then move the things along. If you've used the item, you paid for the item, you paid money for the item, you've used the item, then we got to move them along and not feel guilty about it. There's an idea. So comment below if you'd like me to talk about specific things about how to go about this process. If you have any tips or hints yourself, let me know. I have a lot of processes talking about what clutter costs us, the cost of clutter, which I think I'll have to talk about that in the next video. So thanks for hanging with me as I kind of work through my own emotions and my own things throughout this process. So take care.